MTSU was visited by one of journalism's finest, an editor of the Washington Post during one of America's most controversial times. He came to share some of his experience with students.
Harry Rosenfeld's entire life is an inspiration. Sidelines news editor Megan White and I had the privilege to sit down with the legend and talk about his life, work, and success. Harry Rosenfeld was hired as an editor at the New York Herald Tribune right out of college. When the Tribune ceased publication in 1967, Rosenfeld moved to the Washington Post. For many people, a transition like this would be a difficult one.
Easy or hard wasn't in the computation. It was a job, and it was a job in a good place for me to be. There was the difficulty of moving from one location to another, moving my family, and there was a disruption. But those are the kinds of things that are very normal in many lives.
Rosenfeld was the local news editor for the Post during the Watergate scandal and oversaw Woodward and Bernstein during their expose of Watergate.
The stakes were very high in Watergate. The longer we went on, the more clearly we perceived what the story was about, the tougher it became on us, one, to be accurate, and two, to fend off the barrage of criticism that was being directed at us.
The dedication to finding the truth in the Watergate scandal took over his and his staff's lives.
What life outside of the Post? I didn't have a life outside of the Post. I wasn't there when my 3 girls grew up. I was frequently at work.
Even with the long hours, court trials, and criticism during this time, Rosenfeld would do it all over again.
I've made a couple of good decisions in my life. One, to marry the woman I married, and two, the career that I chose. I feel I was very, very lucky to have both of those.
To learn more about Mr. Rosenfeld's life and career, you can check out his memoir, Kristallnacht to Watergate. For MT10 News, I'm Bethany Johnson.